What's happening, Steeler Nation? Hey, man, we got the first pre-game or preview show of the year. I am your host, SimFBallCritic, and most of the time, I always say I can't always commit to the preview or the pre-game show because my schedule is crazy. But I made it for week one, had to do something quick and dirty. And listen, these are not that long. It's me just kind of giving my opinion as to what the team needs to do to secure victory. Obviously, it's week one against the 49ers. We haven't seen the 49ers. We really haven't seen the full-fledged Steelers in terms of a full game. So right now, we're kind of just guesstimating, right? So that's all this show is about. But I definitely want to welcome you guys to it. And basically what I will be doing in this show when I bring you this show is I kind of talk about maybe, like I said, the keys to victory, but also paying attention to who may or may not be available for the contest. So the first thing we're going to look at is we're going to take a look, man, at the injury report. And let's see what we have here. You know, not too crazy for week one in terms of the Steelers. The only game time decision that we have is right here. You know, game status. Larry Ogunjobi is questionable with the foot, and that is a big one. That is a big one because the Steelers definitely need to stay on top of the run game. As we know, the 49ers are capable of running the football with Christian McCaffrey and others. What's the other kid's name? I can't remember his name. Elijah something. I can't remember his full name. Let me see if he's down here listed under them. No, he wasn't on an injury report. But y'all know what I'm talking about. The other running back that they have there, I cannot remember that kid's name. Forgive me. But yeah, man, we got to watch Larry Ogunjobi and see how that's going to shake. As we look at the injury report period, the Pittsburgh Steelers only had two guys, you know, on Wednesday, Larry Ogunjobi as well as Cam Haywood. And Cameron Haywood had a non-injury related, you know, apparently it had something to do with his stomach, you know, he's sick or something like that. But again, as of Friday, as of yesterday, we're showing that he's not a game status decision. So hopefully Cam Haywood would be good. Hopefully we don't hear anybody else name pop up, you know, through in the walkthrough or someone else gets sick. So hopefully the only thing that we're worrying about is Larry Ogunjobi. And like I said, we'll see how that pans out. But that is a huge, huge loss for the Steelers if he can't go. Because again, we're going to need all of our top-notch guys, man, to be in this game. And that would be controlling the run game and the pass game as well. Now, as far as the San Francisco 49ers, they have a couple guys that's important to them as well. You have tight end George Kittle, who is questionable, as well as Charvarius Ward, their cornerback, questionable. So we need to keep an eye on these two guys, man, because they could be pivotal as well for the 49ers, particularly George Kittle's. George Kittle is a guy, you know, we all know what he's all about. You know, if you're talking about dynamic tight ends in the league, you know, the first two guys you think about obviously is Kelsey, and then there's Kittle, and then there's others. But George Kittle is George Kittle. The dude can block, the dude can catch, the dude is tough. This guy runs great routes. I mean, we all know what George Kittle brings to the table. You got to watch out for him in the play action game. And he's going to stress your defense. He's definitely going to stress your linebackers. A lot of times those guys are left with the duty of trying to cover the tight end, particularly in the Steelers scheme. And so let's keep an eye on that. Now, as far as the game, man, listen, like I said, it's week one. You know, I could say what the Steelers are doing well and what the Niners are doing well, but again, none of us have seen it in real game action for a duration of time. We've taken a look at it in preseason. The Steelers offense, man, in my opinion, need to do exactly what they did in preseason. They need to show some balance. You know, in order to secure victory, they cannot become one-dimensional. And I know people can say, you know, you could say that each and every week, but sometimes it does lend for you to do a certain thing. You know, some weeks it might lend for you to attack in the passing game or attack in the run game. But I think against a 49er team, which coming into this game, you know, we know how they fared last season. You know, looking at some of the last season stats, the 49ers are at the tops of the league, man, offensively and defensively. I think they were the number one defense. And I think they were right around 1 or 2 offensively. So the Steelers are going to have their hands full. So with a team like that, I feel like you have to be balanced, right? A number one defense can play both the pass and the run. We know that the 49ers are stout up front. We know the 49ers are pretty solid on the back end as far as the complement of players they have, especially guys like Hufanga, you know, that you got to keep an eye on him at safety. But listen, you gotta respect that pass rush. We already know. We know Nick Bosa will be playing. He is now the NFL's, I think, highest paid defensive player. We pretty much knew that was gonna happen. I mean, look at the situation with TJ Watt with his deal last season. You knew it was gonna happen right before week 1. They got it done. And rightfully so, Tomlin and Matt Canada and others did say that they prepared to face Nick Bosa, as you should have known that was gonna happen. So, you got that pass rush, with those guys up front. We got a old familiar face on that front as well now, Javon Hargrave. So, you got Armstead and others, I don't know their full team. And then, at the middle linebacker position, one of the best in the league in Fred Warner. And they just got a complement of players, man, that can get after it, right? So I think we need to be balanced, man. I think we need to be able to run the football, pass as well, and not necessarily do it, in a scripted manner. I think we come out and just, come out and attack early. I would like to see us do, I think in one of those preseason games, might have been the first one, when we came out passing, kind of off script of what you expect the Steelers team to do. I think they need to do that. I think they need to get off to a fast start and try to play ahead, right? Get off to a fast start and, again, try to play ahead, attack, but mix it up. It would be outstanding if we could have a balanced attack, both pass and run, and, sustain some drives. And again, you got to respect the opponent. So I know a lot of you guys, Steelers fans, get upset when, this happens and that happens, but you have to respect the opponent. We are playing a very good 49ers team. Defensively, I think we just need to make sure we can limit the run game. Kyle Shanahan and that scheme, he's going to pass at you. He's going to do misdirection. He's coming with play action. We just got to be balanced and disciplined. And I think if we can kind of, bottle up the run game and not allow the run game to get going too much, I think that helps the team out at the linebacker level, particularly with play action, right? If you're able to kind of stifle the run and you make them more so one-dimensional, then the play action doesn't really fool you as much. You just got to be on your P's and Q's with that. But I think that's how, we could possibly secure victory. And I say possibly, guys, because y'all know I'm one of the realists. I'm a realist fan. I am a diehard Steelers fan, as you guys know, but I'm a realist, right? And when I think we're going to lose a game, I say that. When I think we're going to win a game, I say that. When I think it's capable for us to win, I'm going to say that. I'm never going to be biased in terms of saying, oh, we're going to go out there and win the Super Bowl. No, I'm going to keep it real each and every week. And in week 1, I think the Steelers do have a chance to win because, again, it's an even slate for everybody. If the Steelers can come out balanced and hot and the defense can be cohesive, yeah, they got a shot against the Niners, even though I think the Niners, probably come into this game favored. I think the Steelers are underdogs in this game, and it's not going to shock me if we were to lose the game, right? So in week 1, I'm usually just looking to see how do we look early. If we look real bad early, then I look at the areas we need to improve. If we look good and we look impressive in a win, then I say, okay, I see what they're doing. Can they sustain it? And if it's a loss and it's a close game, you still feel kind of good about where your team is, especially when they face an opponent like the 49ers. So that's kind of how I'm going into week 1. Not too high, not too low. I want to see how these guys perform. I hope we can get a victory, of course. It's been a long time since we've opened the week 1 at home. So I hope they can make it happen, man. But, the 49ers are going to come. They're going to be ready to play. So we're going to have to bring our A game to secure this victory. But like I said, in my opinion, to secure it, it should be, obvious. We have to be balanced on offense. We cannot become one-dimensional. We want to not stay behind the chains. We want to be balanced. But I want us to use a boxing reference, I want us to get off first. Be quicker to the punch. I want us to strike early and get off to a hot start. I don't want to be in a game where we're trying to come back and all of that jazz. Nah, I like to see us get off early. And not only does it help to have the lead, but I think it puts the team at ease. So that infusion of momentum and confidence kicks in when you can do that. So there you have it. Defensively, bottle up that run game, man, and make them beat you in the air. You play disciplined defense in the secondary, and you have a chance. You have a chance. I believe in this defense. The defense as well, talking about the Steelers, was a good defense last year. So I think we're going to be pretty solid this year. But we got to make sure we do a better job with limiting the run and make teams beat us in the air. Make teams get in situations where they have to face Alex Highsmith and a TJ Watt coming off the edge. Like, that's what we want. We want teams that have to drop back and block those guys rather than being able to run the football and set up play action. So there it is. Those are my keys to victory, man. We'll see what happens. Of course, for you guys who are not familiar with this channel, first of all, thank you for watching. But second of all, I will be doing a post-game show as well following the game. That's kind of a quick show as well, just knee-jerk reactions where I kind of talk about the highlights of the game, the low points, the good points, things of that nature. And then on Tuesdays, the reason why you see that phone number there, that's where I come in and really break down the game. A lot of times I have rewatched the game, but more importantly, I allow you guys to call in and give me your thoughts. So that's what that phone number is all about right there, the 619-924-0818. That is for Tuesday on Terrible Towel Tuesday. But like I said, tomorrow I will be doing a live post-game reaction show where you can come by and vent in the comments. But all right, man, that's all I got for you guys in this particular go round. Let me hit this right here. Boom. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on those notifications. How else are you going to know when new videos are available? All right, outside of that, man, I hope you guys have a great night. Enjoy the Steelers football game tomorrow, and I shall see you for the post-game show. Peace.